The lands between are home to many fair maidens, but none caught my eye quite like Hayeta the Lightseeker. Despite her impaired vision, she revealed much about the Three Fingers and the chaos that awaited those who sought out the frenzied flame. Although this information alone warranted her a considerable veil of mystery and intrigue, there was one detail that stood out brighter than the Erd Tree itself. Hayeta and Irina are the same person. Some major factors that support this theory are present in-game and can be experienced by any Tarnished. First and foremost, Hayeta will not appear until you have completed Irina and Edgar's questline in the Weeping Peninsula. It does not matter how far you've explored in the lands between. Even reaching Altus Plateau will not trigger her appearance. The moment Irina's body is found lifeless near the aptly named Bridge of Sacrifice, Hayeta will immediately appear near the lake-facing cliff's site of grace as you approach Liurnia of the Lakes, complete with a freshly blood-stained dress and a new shawl. Every other article of clothing, including the black gloves, the rope belt, the bandages covering her eyes, and even her shoes are identical. Not to mention that both Hayeta and Irina are both voiced by Claire Corbett. After Irina's death, her father Edgar vowed to exact revenge on all those who had contributed to his late daughter's demise, thus resulting in his new title, Edgar the Revenger. Although what follows is speculation, we do know for certain that Edgar was inflicted by madness. Was this the result of his meddling with the frenzied flame and the Three Fingers in order to resurrect his daughter? Upon defeating Edgar, he drops the Shirburi grape, which, at the very least, confirms his involvement with madness and frenzy. Keep this in mind for later. If we revisit the site of Irina's untimely demise near the Bridge of Sacrifice, oddly her body remains untouched. However, despite the fact that this may seem as evidence that contradicts our theory, this is not the first time that we've seen projections of individuals present in the game. Both Sorceress Selen and Malekith employ similar techniques in order for them to carry out actions in the lands between, even if their true corporeal form is a great distance away. Upon closer examination of Hayeta's dialogue, she referred to the fact that her eyesight had been weak since birth. Little did we know that her so-called birth may have taken place just moments after Irina's death. In fact, Irina's death may have served as a sacrifice to the One Great that Hayeta mentioned in the Frenzied Flame prescription. She never seemed to speak about anything resembling a traditional childhood or having any caretakers. Instead, she referred to frail hands gently stroking her eyes and figures that howled wordlessly, wishing that they were never born as they urged her to realize her destiny as a Finger Maiden. This seems to further support the fact that Hayeta was not simply born, a kind, unsighted girl in a bloody dress with a sweet tooth for human eyes, but rather summoned as a medium for the Three Fingers in servitude to an outer god known as the One Great. Perhaps servitude to the frenzied flame provided its faithful with eternal life, as Shirburi was able to inhabit the physical forms of the deceased Yura when he introduced himself at the mountaintop of the giants. How do you interpret the evidence I provided? Are Hayeta and Irina one and the same? Or is it simply a case of an unlikely coincidence? I'll let you decide. And until next time, it's the Inhuman One signing out.